All right, so yes, indeed, we did finish the initial spring season completely, the beginning development. The lands to the north, the very high, nigh impenetrable mountain peaks with a hidden forest grove within. Probably won't be hidden for too long. The Goliaths found you. There was a landslide to the east. We've got some Loxodon and Goliath that exist here. Dryads were revealed. There are a handful of different materials to be smithed: gold, iron, tin, mercury, frost heart ore, which is special. Goliaths are currently working on fixing the lumber mill. That is the only project going. Other things that exist, we've fleshed out some stuff about the amber forest. There are sky whale bones, and there were writings. I remember Goose saying specifically that there are writings there. That might be explored further in that landslide that happened. There are hops fields. There's an abandoned tree city. Also, burrowing creatures have been found. So there's a source of strife and predators and not goodness there. Hell of a reason to continue to advance them their foraging techniques and maybe drink some beer about it. So if I am to be first, I'll want to shuffle this here summer deck a couple times for drawing the card to start us off. It is the Jack. And the Jack of Diamonds for summer says, predators and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Who? Or, what measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Do not reduce project dice this week. Um, there's only one project going. It only has a couple weeks on. Oh, there are two projects going. They only have a couple weeks left on them, so I think I would rather save people. Um, so the revealing of things that burrow, the boulettes and the worms, with those things being new threats that are discovered, essentially this week is going to be spent with the dwarves convening together. They're experts, figuring out how to detect the creatures, uh, working schedules so that areas don't get mined out and ignore indigenous creatures, that sort of thing. But they want to kind of come back with the solution there. It is focused on the mining working part of it, keeping families safe in their homes. Well, the dwarven city doesn't really get burrowed into because it's a big old death fortress, the forge in the middle. Would say the
You're in summer?
worms. Yes, we're in summer. I would say the worms are definitely more of a threat than the boulettes, as they can just show up between giant trees, chomp upon you. Um, that was number Jack. I will now not ding down projects because that is a thing. As far as discussion, discovery, or project, I have a question. In this new season, how does the relationship between the dwarves and the Loxodon settlement evolve? That could be good or bad. Bear in mind that the Loxodon see the mammoth as a distant cousin and frown on the dwarves hunting them, using their parts for whatever they want to use their parts for,
They haven't really met yet.
including clothing and stuff like that.
Loxodon are living on top of the mountains. The dwarves live inside the mountains.
Indeed. But I'm going to say that they do meet. They do have some interactions. And so I want to know what happens from that. So that is my question.
Then I add on to that?
Yes, sir.
Or help answer? Okay. I will submit that by saying they tentatively meet and have tried to explain to a few dwarves that those are considered where they came from, that they evolved from mammoths into what they are by the grace of something. And they would like to talk about helping to find them alternatives to hunting mammoths. And if they're willing to do that, then a dialogue can happen, and that's it.
All right, Goose, what do you have to add on?
No idea.
This is kind of a first and tentative meeting, so it doesn't have to necessarily go good or bad. I mean, the dwarves are known to eat the mammoth and wear the mammoth and wield the mammoth, so like part of their society. Loxodon are settlement out there, further away in the mountains. Does their opinion matter to the dwarves? Are the dwarves apologetic or?
Are you not going to add anything, Goose? Would you like me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Well, the dwarves, the uses of the mammoth are so ingrained into their culture that they're hard set on keeping the hunting down, but they don't mind limiting it. They will agree to seasonal hunting, but they do not agree to ceasing it, because after all, nothing beats a good mammoth steak after a hot day on the forge.
Right? All right. Goose, what do you think about that?
They demand that if that's going to be the agreement, the dwarves build a shrine to put honor to their kills.
Very interesting. All right. Just to wrap it up, I like where things have gone. I'm going to say that there's an understanding between dwarves and Loxodon, but there's also tension. It's not a vibe of peace or war. It could go either way. There's stubborn parties on each side who want extremes. Compromise wins out today, but will it next time? Will one side get tired of the other? That remains to be seen. So that is all that. Cool. Now we have a little bit of tension created there. My job here is done. It is Brian's turn.
Okay. Hmm. Three of diamonds.
Summer is a time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. Or, summer is a fine time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest.
Summer is going to be a time for production and tending to the earth. And what the project will be is we're going to go with goats. Big fat mountain goats.
We're making Warcraft dwarves here, buddy.
Well, you can also make meat out of them. Shawarma.
Is that going to be the dwarves or Goliaths?
The dwarves are going to do it because this is part of the talks leaning in between the mammoth and them. They've helped them find another food source.
Yeah. And cards generally drawn apply to the prime
Dominant race.
race. That's not to say they can't segue, but I guess focus should be there.
And I don't know, like 3 or 4 that Loxodon probably know of how to find an alternative food source because I'm sure they don't necessarily like. Well, great Uncle Bob descended from this particular mammoth, and we're going to eat Bob's relatives tonight for dinner because yum yum.
I think also, even in the spirit of that discussion, like there are plenty of fucking goats wandering around up there. Why don't you eat them? Like you don't have to go as far. Like,
You can even grow some to use as horses.
right? They're already dumb enough to be domesticated. Come on. All
So
right,
that's the project as they help them find a new food source.
cool. So what I've called that is mountain goats integrated as food source.
And then you'll have to tick down the other projects before we get to the back half of the turn.
Hey, guess what? I already did.
Okay. Let me take a look at this real quick. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh fuck, not goats, rams. That's what they use. They use rams.
Aren't mountain goats like ramish?
Yeah, the rams are just big
More
enough.
so than goatish, I guess I would say.
Torfu, how do you tend to look at your society as dwarves? Are they going to lean more to the lawful good side of things or the chaotic good side of things?
More into the if you attack us, we're gonna fuck you up side of things.
So they value their independence over everything else.
Oh yeah, very strong familial units, and
Got it.
they will absolutely band together to just devastate
But otherwise, they kind of
anything.
separate into
Yeah, they're
strong
isolationists.
familial isolationists. But our freedom is paramount. Is what I'm
Yeah.
trying
Well,
to get at.
they also
Yeah,
take
exactly.
family seriously because it was established by Goose, the adoption thing and the meritocracy bit. So as years go, people are going to be very, very proud of family heritage. That comes with like courage and innovation and general like a pride. No one's going to want to be called out. Like they're going to have a general mentality of, hey, I ain't no bitch, and I'm going to stand up against whatever naysaying or fuckery you put in front of me because I have my ancestors brought me to this point. I'm not going to let them down.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. That's actually what I wanted to see. Excellent. Okay. Then the second half of my thing is down here in the Amber Forest nearby it, and can be any adjacent. We discover a thing.
Da-na-na. Is there an icon you would want to use for that, or do you want to draw something?
Don't want to draw something. There absolutely is an icon, but you'll have to ferret it out. An
Okay.
ancient gold dragon.
Ancient gold dragon.
And you find out that the Amber Forest is created as part of the layer effect that dragons have in an area.
Actually, what am I doing?
Dragon symbol right there.
Well, yeah, which I grabbed. That's the symbol of the empire, but I don't even have to do that.
No, I just
Because
figured you'd get
guess
a
what?
gold dragon token and
There's a
stick it
fucking
on the map.
token from the monster alien just put on the map.
That's the reason I said you'd probably have to do it.
Duh. Um,
I don't particularly care which one, just as long as it touches one side of it touches the Amber Forest because it's part of its domain-ish.
yeah, so let me I'm just taking off some highlight from the token so that doesn't glare and bother and stuff. So I like to put it on the map layer and just give it a
So,
single area
and the
there.
entire reason I did this was because
Let me
Torfu
see.
mentioned that he wanted to have a dragoon, and I was trying to figure out a way to make that happen.
I have follow-up questions, which might just require me to look at the Dragons of Hope and Majesty. Treasure Arcana.
So as much as they value their independence, it seems like the bonds of familial thing is a very structured, to some degree, law-abiding
Oh
society.
yeah, they are lawful good.
And so I thought I was picking between gold and brass, and settled on that based on the fact that their natural preference for layers is forests.
Um, so I have a question because gold is chromatic. We
Mm-hmm.
had in the South, we had a chromatic and a what do they call the just regular?
Well, gold is metallic. The
Oh, I guess it
chromatic
is.
would be yeah.
Ah, that's right.
Um,
Okay,
if
so
you don't mind, I'd like to include the chromatic one, and that would be the red dragon.
that is where I was getting because I wanted to continue to maintain that parallel of
Yeah,
chromatic
no objection.
and metallic, but also too, one is
Could you
good and one is evil.
could you guys leave all this for other people to do? Because I had already planned to bring other types of dragons in.
I'm fine if you want to
I'm
pick a
just
different
asking
dragon.
questions. Essentially, the discovery that Brian is making right now is just that ancient one. I was just speaking out loud about um, verifying the status from his world as far as there was a good and the bad, there was a metallic and a
Yeah,
chromatic.
I only
Yeah.
introduced the good one first. You guys can introduce the bad one later.
Well, maybe there's not just one or two.
I don't
Maybe
know.
a thing too. Just wanted to clarify that.
But I wanted to set the seed because I wanted to. He was talking about playing a dragoon character, and I wanted to because no one had touched on it in the first season. It was my thing I was going to do the first time it came around to me in this season. So that was it. Just they discover that the forest is part of his lair, or an effect because he lived there for so long.
Yeah.
That's it. My turn's done.
Okie dokie. That will take us to Mr. Goose, who has drawn a 7. Introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it, and how does it go awry? This is where I need the Jeopardy theme.
The thing is, I don't think about these things. Just let fucking draw the cards. Very south edge of the map, possibly even beyond. Every once in a while, even over the mountain, they can see some dark plume coming from the dark.
And is that a plume of like smoke or magic, or is it just mysterious darkness that flares up?
They don't know.
TBD. Cool. Cool. All right, I've got that in the notes. There are some map blobs to represent plumage. All right, so Mountain Goats Project is going to ding down 1. The kiln and the lumber mill are both going to be finished this week. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Torafu, about the Great Kiln now that it has been completed?
Rick Guild becomes a landmark for the Dwarven culture. Now they're able to produce charcoal and carbon on industrial scales.
So then that will be a new resource. That was charcoal and what else? Carbon.
Charcoal is carbon. You could just say produce carbon on industrial scales.
Bless you.
All right, that is now.
I know it's a cough,
added
but yeah.
as a resource. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't have anything really to say about the lumber mill. The lumber mill is not broken. I mean, that's all. Now there's a lumber mill to provide lumber as a resource. So a couple
And it gives
more
the
resources with
Goliath
scarcity
something
is
to trade.
available. Yep. So as it stands right now, we do have two resources in abundance. They are the water and the mammoth. The scarcities are iron, amber, tin, hops, gold, carbon, and lumber.
Do you want to change it from broken lumber mill to just lumber mill?
That is what I'm in the process of doing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Forget Mercury.
That's right. You do have a
Um,
mercury thing.
Did I not say Mercury? I did not say Mercury because I don't have it on the list. Good catch. Cool. Well then, what have ye, Mr. Goose, for starting a conversation, project, or discovery?
Start a project.
Woohoo!
They want to try and find the sky whales that the bones came from.
Awesome. And I'm not sure what you have in mind for that project. There were some writings that is part of that note, so that might be something that'll help.
Yeah.
But looking into the sky is where I'd probably start. I don't know.
It would probably be a combination of asking the more friendly Luxodon,
Right.
because they probably lived in the area for longer.
Um,
Sending someone up to a mountaintop to look around and trying to translate those writings.
yeah. So I would say maybe like 4, but let's say all y'all.
4 sounds good.
I was thinking 3 or 4.
Torfu, 4 sound good for that project?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Cool. All right. Rocking and a rolling. Moving right along. Mr. Torafu is next to draw a card.
4.
DOS 4.
The eldest among you dies. What caused the death? Or the eldest among you is very sick. Caring for them in search for cure requires to help the entire community. Do not reduce project this week. Well, they're going to try to find the cure because family units are important.
Good call. Free inspiration.
Save that inspiration in case you draw the King of Spades later.
Right? Fucking, I'm going to make a statement. I want to make a statement or a question.
Let me tick down
I'm going
projects
to.
real quick.
They don't tick down, remember?
Oh, duh. I was there. I saw that. My bad. Sorry to interrupt.
A pilgrim, an Aarakocra pilgrim, has made its way north from the southern Dragonborn lands. It is looking for a better place to build another telescope. And upon coming across the mountain dwarves here, beseech them with early interests in astrology and request a telescope be built. Where are we building it?
Since I am answering first, I'm going to say that the pilgrim comes at a good time because the community is embarking on this quest to find the sky whales, and part of that is going to the tallest mountain in the region. That being So that tallest mountain is going to become a landmark, waypoint, etc.
Especially
Not
since
just
it's going to
because it
be
sticks up in the sky, but now they're going to build a
prob-
telescope on it. What's that, sir?
probably because it's going to be so fucking high up.
Mm-hmm.
Special circumstances are going to have to be built.
So yeah. So I'm not going to name that mountain. I am not going to place it on the map. I'm just going to say, yeah, essentially what we are deciding here is going to be that landmark, the tallest mountain, actually probably in the world. So that's not a small thing. So Brian, you're up next. You can name and locate or figure out more details about the Mount Everest of this world.
Sure thing. All right. Hmm. Okay. The name of the mountain is this.
And
Lavora Indu.
I assume that has some kind of dwarven meaning.
It is High Peak. And I'm going to say it is here.
We'll call it High Peak.
Yep.
How about have Lauren do?
Yeah, I put it already in the thing.
I gotcha. Got the dwarven translator up, huh?
Yep, because that's what you wanted to do, so I made sure to find that before I named it.
Fuck yeah.
I know that there's.
Yeah, right here.
Maybe I'm thinking about the other one.
There you go. I knew there was a mountain icon in there. I just couldn't find it. It was awesome.
Mr. Goose, what would you add to information about this mountain?
That's the Aarakocra thing, right? Still?
Well, they're going to build a telescope there, but it's also a major landmark because it's the highest peak in the world.
They'll technically achieve that telescope before the Dragonborn do because we didn't start doing that until the winter season.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey bullshit.
Well, I just figure it's one of the earliest people who's like, this is an idea I've got. And maybe it works for them. And then maybe that guy comes back and that's what spawns some of the interest for us, too.
Right. What's your add on there, Goose?
Uh, that at its mountain's base, that is where the Loxodon bury their people.
Like down here? Or down here in this little kind of jut out? Or down here in the kind of cavern?
I
I picked up
imagined this
right there,
ring
like
of
at the actual bottom of the peak. That's what I thought you
yeah.
said.
I imagine this entire ring to be like just a whole conglomerate of a whole bunch of different mountains. So like there
Okay.
might be a mountain with like a small little
Yeah.
valley, and then
Yeah,
a
you're
new
right,
mountain
because
even higher behind it.
yeah, that's exactly what this is. This isn't just one single mountain. This is
Yeah.
Yeah.
a mountain range.
Yeah.
Just that mountain being as big as it is probably takes up that entire hex.
Yes.
All right, so
So that's the
my
base of it.
my add-on is a bunch of dwarven engineers are come to almost blows in an argument with the people that are building this because they're trying to state that a peak over here on the right, while not as high, is flatter and will make a better site. And they come over here and a race is started on who can build it first. This will cause a delay into both since neither of them are
Resources.
getting the full support of the resources.
So
But
then
now
both
there's a,
peaks are going to be chosen for possible telescopes.
yeah, and it's literally a race. Who can finish it first? I'm gonna say because that's it. It's on you now. I was gonna add on because of this. They're both at least 6, but that's
That feels right to me too. It absolutely seems like an engineering argument that could happen, though.
right. Shorter, not smaller.
What's that?
Shorter, not smaller.
Is it girthier?
It's girthier.
Yeah, it's flatter.
Definitely girthier.
Like think of a mountain peak, but the peak is just flat, rather than an actual peak that needs to be worked on.
Right.
Maybe you can call it flat top and dwarven.
I do not
Oh
have a
yeah,
dwarven translator, and since the question was asked and it's gone full circle, more details might be provided later. I do have in the notes that there is a race that has begun between completing those telescopes. So that can be figured out and resolved at anyone's leisure, I suppose.
it's going to be called Lag and John.
Oh, god damn it. And what does that mean?
Long sight.
Long sight?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Awesome. Great Peaks, going through things and stuff.
And I think that came back around to me. So it's your turn, Josh.
All right. I kind of want to go have a smoke. I start drinking the coffee a bunch and stuff. It picks up. Draw my card. Let me see where we're going here. 8 of diamonds. Someone tries to take control of the community by force. They succeed, and why? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion, start a foolish project.
Oh man, that would have been perfect.
I don't mind piggyback onto that and make it
Let's
the
go.
actual project with some numbers so that we can get there. I don't mind jumping on that. So as far as how do I want to type that in?
I would say that each of those projects are going to be 6 weeks plus 1 per separate project. So since there's 2, 6 plus 1.
Max is 6.
Yeah.
But I agree with making it a long project.
Same. Especially because of the competition and the dividing of resources that could be focused into one.
Right. So I'm going to stick that.
You just stick it on the top somewhere since they're both the same.
Yeah. I want to make sure it's visible so that I can see it because I would now take down projects.
But they are separate projects in case someone gets a card and wants to like fuck with it. Like
Right.
project ends early, a project is destroyed, so on.
Oh, so you would
This one,
consider them both to be okay. I see. I'm picking up what you're saying. So I'm actually
yeah.
going to want to have 2 of those.
Because one could finish early just because
Yep.
someone's smarter or,
Shit happens. Yeah. No, I like that. I like the mess with this, and it affects the actual race going on. That's
Someone's trying to
very
sabotage
perfect.
something. Do they succeed?
Right.
Yeah, the
because
one,
there's a
the
card
one
like
that's
that, absolutely.
yeah. The other engineers are sabotaging that one because they're finishing early. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Fuck. I mean, this could turn into a family feud.
Turn into like a civil war between the dwarves over which mountain
I could
gets the
absolutely see
telescope.
clan rivalries and
Not a civil war, but a family feud between 2 specific dwarven families. What are they called? Hatfields and McCoys. Maybe not as bloody. I met a few of them. Neat people.
All right, so 2 things. One, I want to go have a smoke, but 2, I don't want to leave things hanging necessarily. So here is my statement. The red dragons are discovered. They live in the mountains up in the north, probably where food storage is at there. Um,
Would red dragons be
right
in
north of there.
snowy mountains, or would white dragons be in snowy mountains?
I'm fine with them being white as long as white is evil.
Yeah, as long as it's not metallic. They're normally
Yeah,
not good.
white is chromatic.
Yeah, I'm just let me take a look at something.
Yeah, white's the bad ones. I think they're also the dumbest of the dragons. Because
Well,
they're still smart,
they're more hunters than anything else.
Cold and
right?
cruelty. The most primal. Priority
Mountain caverns are fast frozen by them. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll look up red dragon.
No
That
bother.
food
I'm making
storage
it white. White works.
should be old food storage or abandoned food storage because that's the whole reason the city was built.
Oh, I think I would just take it off the map.
No, because I mean, old storage facilities would be there. Be kind of a reminiscent icon of what was. Maybe turned into something later.
Then I shall leave it on the map and recall it abandoned storage.
That magically moved south for some reason.
Yeah, I'm making room for ancient white dragon.
Oh God! A big fucking dragon.
Yeah.
Gonna have it down there, not up here in the mountain.
That I was just placing it on the map. I'm still working on it.
I'm
Moving it
sorry.
now.
I thought you were kind of putting it into the hex
Go
there.
faster.
Yeah.
More coffee. Another cigarette. Get to work.
The whip on my back. Feel like I should be shouting out my original name.
What the? Damn it! I got that reference.
It may be seen as appropriate for some. I'm sorry. I know that I'm uncouth and whatever. I think some things are funny. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to launch into a disclaimer. All is said in humor, not seriousness. That's as much as I want to let some shit slide. So, yes, essentially, I'm going to make it a statement so that it ends with Torafu because Torafu had interest of dragony stuff, but because I wanted that contrary dichotomy created here with the dragons, you get ancient white dragon there up in the mountains north of abandoned storage. You can take it as you will, Mr. Brian, if you have more to say about that. And it'll proceed down the line.
Its brood is expanded out through the mountain range. So there's a variety of like wormlings, young, couple of adults. It's become kind of a thing, roughly in response to when the gold dragon showed up, or at least made their presence known. They're vicious, feral hunters. That's it.
Serious down
Whoever. Yeah, your mic's fucking up.
Sounds like you went scuba diving.
Yeah.
Scuba Steve, let's go.
Yeah. Watch out for the moose. The West Bank is awfully nothing
I'm
there,
just
and there's nothing in
testing to
the south
see
either.
if standing
Better.
outside my window is better. I have to like walk around all the way to the side of the house, but I can smoke here.
Yeah, my headset tends to go kind of wonky right outside the back door too, but I think it's because of the we got a big old thick chimney and fucking various other shit in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, your signal's getting absorbed.
Well, hopefully here it just has to go through the window.
Yeah, no, it sounds actually pretty good.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, so what I said was I like that white dragons are a serious thing in the mountains, especially with the dwarves now climbing to those highest peaks and seeing some holy shit on the horizon once in a while. I think Goose is up next to add to that.
Oh, we doing a discussion? I thought that was a discovery.
Statement.
It was a
Yeah,
statement.
that was
Because
a
I
statement.
wanted it to end with Torafu. Again, I try to create those opportunities where region leader gets a final say on stuff. So that's why I kind of angle stuff like that sometimes. But yeah, so Goose, you are welcome to contribute to the existence of white dragons.
Mm. With that thing around, we're probably going to have really harsh winters.
And I've mentioned that their brood is starting to spread out through the area.
I mean, Josh beat me to it, but I was actually going to have the white dragons show up down here by the Frost Horror. That was my future plan.
Incidentally, that can still be your plan. I've already mentioned they were spreading out through the mountains.
Yeah, I got something else in mind now. Can't hear you, bud. Was that it, Goose? Just harsh winters?
Yeah.
Okay. With the present threat of the white dragon and its brood, this starts a collaboration between the dwarves, Loxodon, and Goliath to develop an order of dragon hunters.
There you go. So I think if everyone's done, then it's my turn.
Right. Just need to note that on the page somewhere. I'll put it in text because I don't know if Josh can hear us.
I can hear you. I'm coming in now.
Oh,
After.
you're coming in what?
I'm that hot.
There's some bitch
Unlike
named
those
now.
dragons.
Some bitch named now.
Yeah, I felt like a pinch on my foot, and I got all paranoid. I stepped in a nest of something or something, and so went to the other side again. But
Oh, fuck me.
it appears to be a non-issue. I don't
Just
know.
this summer, mowing the yard, disturbed a nest of ground bees that apparently formed in the 2 weeks since I mowed last.
Uh,
Fucking.
mud, ground bees or mud daubers?
Nah, ground bees.
Ground bees. Okay.
Yep, they were the teeny little bees, like sweat bees. They just had a little
Yep.
ground nest.
Know
And
exactly
I was
what
like,
you're talking about.
huh. Ran away for a little bit. They kind of settled down. And started back up the mower, took my belt off, and tied the little safety bar to where it just run, and went and parked it on top of their nest and walked away for 5 minutes and got a drink.
That's fucked up. I completely understandable, but fucked up. Ah,
I like that plan.
It fucking
All right.
worked.
I am drawn to card now.
Just a sec. Just a sec.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I've got that all in now. As far as the location, I was just sticking that anywhere. Like there are mountains everywhere. So if your vision sticks those white dragons elsewhere, where would you like that? like their primary nesting area.
By the frost heart ore? That's where I was going to put them. I think that makes sense.
That is cool. They've been stirred up. Good job. I'm gonna have to make a project of a secret tunnel that makes it to the ore so that they can mine it
Secret
without.
tunnel. Well, did you
What the
catch what I
fuck was
said
that?
when we rounded it up?
About the dwarves, Loxodon, and Goliaths working together to develop dragon hunters?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
All right, so 9 of diamonds. A project fails. Which one and why? Or something goes afoul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
I'm gonna go with the project fails.
Gasp.
Hey, shit.
Okay, so roll 1d2. The project on High Peak fails.
All right.
How and why?
Yeah.
Spirits of the Loxodon dead start to haunt it.
Ha!
Nice.
And they basically tell them, leave us the fuck alone.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can just see the dwarf showing back up, grabbing their weapons, and being like, "Hey, you guys are back early. What's going on?" Mountains haunted.
High Peaks haunted.
I'm gonna have to put a text thing there.
Abundance, ghost. Because more than one is an abundance.
All right. Well, that's gonna make the telescope race easy to win.
Yep.
That's going to I dare say that's going to make all the resources go to that one, reducing its thing. But we can ignore that if you want.
I think that's a cool idea. I think we should at least take a week off. It'll take a while for them to move over there because there's a lot of hexes. But I don't mind adding a bonus week at least for that happening.
You know, the engineers are going to be on the other project, just going to say, like, hey, maybe don't build on top of a graveyard. Just a thought.
He was like, "We didn't even have to warn you. It took you about a week to figure it out. Good job."
Took you about a week.
All right. Well, with projects ticked down, would you like to start a new project or discover something new or hold a discussion?
Start a new project.
Woohoo.
Building on the alliance about hunting dragons. An emissary group is of the 3 races is sent to the gold dragon to ask about the best way to deal with the white dragon and its brood.
Dear God, can you imagine a Loxodon dragoon doing a leap attack?
Yes.
Yeah, hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here comes the meteor.
So, in the way that we frame this as a project, as far as them going to the dragon, that can be the first phase, and it kind of leads into the whatnot.
The establishment of the dragoon class.
Okay. And are dragoons considered dragon hunters?
They can.
Okay, I thought they were more like dragon allies, but that might be a
They have a wormling ally.
Yeah. And
That's part of becoming the Dragoon. Let me bring up the thing.
Like, they
But
go to
that's
talk
not
to the
to say,
dragon. The
though,
dragon
that
might suggest this Dragoon thing
yeah,
and say, like,
Yeah,
know-
hey, make a pact with one of our royal eggs, and when it hatches, we'll teach you how to utilize it. They become polearm specialists and stuff like that. Yeah,
oh, I put 6
but
on there. That's a placeholder. If you guys want that to be a shorter project, discuss,
but
and I'll
just
change
so
the
you
number.
know, there can be dragoons for the other types of dragons too. Black, blue.
Exactly. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. Is that I mean, one's evil and one's good, so they'd be like, yeah, hunt the fuck out of them. Fuck the white dragons. Let the gold dragons control these mountains. Like all about it.
right.
So that's the
Um,
project, the development of Dragoons.
Yeah, I just want to put in the notes here for story fun, whether it becomes relevant or not, that emissaries from each race visit the ancient gold. Cool.
Planet Dragoons could be so fucking fun. I've always wanted one of those in D&D.
Hell yeah.
It's my favorite Final Fantasy class.
You're a dragoon. You're a dragoon. Everybody's a dragoon. Well, then we would know what the campaign is about. It's the 4 dragoons of different lands growing together, befriending one another,
You should. There's
bathing
a
in
game called The
blood
Legend
together.
of the Dragoon.
Heard of
That
it, never
made.
played it.
I got it behind me if you want to play it. Wonderful game. Not only do I have it behind me, I have the colored in collector's discs behind me, and they're in fucking
Ooh
good as
wee.
new condition. So I'm telling you, it's such a good game. So if you ever want to play my PlayStation and shit, just fuck come in here, whip the chair around, and play it.
Excuse
Come in
me
here on a
while I
whip.
whip this out.
I even got Valkyrie Profile. That game alone several $100s.
Well, unless you're charging me to sit there and play.
No, I'm not charging you to play it. You fucking feel
That'd
free
be
to play
awesome
it.
though if you had like a menu like, oh, you want to play Mario 3? Everybody knows Mario 3. That's only $5. If you want to
All
play
right, no.
Excite Bike, good
All
luck
I
finding a copy of Excite Bike.
all
That's
I
going to
ask
cost you
is
15.
if you want to play a game and you're using my PS1 and you're using one of my memory cards, I have saves on those cards that are still valid that are older than a lot of adults today. So just don't delete anything.
Note to self, delete everything from memory card. Gotcha.
I will kick you right in the dick.
Uh,
Hi, Kagero.
welcome. You come to a festive time of brotherhood and love.
Yep, and
Hey,
Because where he chimed in is, if you do it, I'll kick you in the. Anyway.
I mean, is there a more
all right.
appropriate moment to join a conversation?
Chimed in on a dick kick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So I think it's Goose's turn.
Yes, indeed.
I'll grab.
All
I'll
right,
grab his
so
dick and kick it.
just to set the scene here for Kagero, Goose is live streaming. You'll see a bunch of stuff on the map. The map itself started out as a brown squiggly line that said mountains, and those cross marks in the middle area are denoting giant trees, and that was it. So everything you see on the map, besides that brown line, pretty much, has been added as we've gone along turn to turn and messed with the world.
Okay.
So happy fun time. There are things and stuff. There are more notes that I'm keeping, storyline based stuff. Mostly the map is focused on the geographical and existing projects. And since we're at the start of Goose's turn, you'll see how stuff works out with the drawing of a card.
That was number 5.
Number 5. So there are 4 seasons. Right now we're in summer. We already finished spring. Each season takes a suit of the deck, and you draw cards from it till you run out. And then when you run out, it goes to the next
It's
season.
just early. Ooh.
This could literally feed into the thing you were talking about the redirecting of resources.
The weather is nice and people can feel the potential. Ooh, both options are pretty good.
The Finding the Sky Whales finishes early
Ooh, nice. All right.
because they find a couple injured pups that were harmed by frost wormlings.
Fuck
So
those
they,
wormlings.
so they're gonna take the pups and bring them back.
Tend to them.
Great. Now we got dwarves that are going to be riding sky whales. This is fucking great. That's actually really cool, and I hope we see it in the campaign.
How
Oh, we
else do
will
you
be,
think they're going to come and go from the mountain range here? There's no path in or out.
because that's gonna
They
be my
fly.
project.
That's going to be your project.
All right. Well, let
Dude.
me. That's awesome. Let me ding down the existing ones here so I don't forget. And it
Mountain
looks
goats
like
finish.
the mountain
Who
goats
started
as a
that?
resource will finish.
Oh, that's me.
Hooray! Oh, mountain goats being food. That really kind of solidifies the agreement with the Loxodons that hasn't been invalidated or violated. So mammoths only have the seasonal hunt. They are respected when they're killed with the shine and deference shown to distant ancestors of said Loxodon.
Yeah,
Hooray!
now we can just say that there are mountain goats, then that becomes a stable food source. You can have farms and other crap like that.
Yeah. As well, yeah. Make sure your farms are
Each region,
down in the forest area, not in the mountains.
each region, whoever region it is, picks a main race that inhabits the region. And the region that I picked here in these very, very huge, large mountains is mountain dwarfs. I thought it was fitting.
It also ties
Yeah.
into so once all of the regions are done up, we've played this through, all of the regions are developed and everything. We're going to play a 5e game, and region leaders are going to play a race of the race and from the region, which is their own. So Brian is going to be a dragonborn from the southern deserts. Goose is going to be an air genasi, I think he said, from the east, which is all of the elements represented there. And then from the north will be Dwarven Torfu.
Cut out, bud.
Okay.
All right. So with that having been done, Mr. Goose is starting a project.
The healing and raising and possibly breeding of the Skywell pups so they can be transportation mounts.
That's awesome. I'm going to say that takes 6 because it's raising, breeding, training, the whole bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any objections to that.
No, 6 sounds good.
Yep.
Is that a 5 or a 6? So tiny. All right. And let's see. I'm just going to move this up here so it's next to this other project and I see it and ding them down together. Very cool.
Yeah.
So what we did there, just for Kagro's sake, at the end of each turn, each player can either make a discovery or start a project or hold a discussion. And a discussion goes round table on something like I could say, the dwarves discover an ancient thing and they start a religion over it. And then Brian would go and say, oh, it's to the god of cheeseburgers. And then Goose would say, but they're the enemies of the fried chicken people. And then Torafu would add in, his own. Anyway.
The corn dog militia come and help. Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Anyway, just cool world building stuff. So, yeah, that's how the turn ends is Goose chose to start a project, the project being raising and breeding of the sky whales. So I called it sky whale domestication on the map here. put 6 in parentheses. Each turn, those projects tick down. When they're completed, it becomes a canon thing that is done and working in the world. Might create a resource or solve a scarcity in a resource, develop technology, or, because like in Brian's world, each developed thing as far as ways of magic came by way of discoveries and projects, which is fun. Anyway, I digress. We are then moving right along. Mr. Torafu, I think it's your turn.
Alrighty, draw a card. 2.
The deuce.
Someone new arrives. Who? Why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who? What are they looking for?
So when we have someone new arrives, usually when it comes from the cards like that, it implies another like D&D subrace that comes in and adds to the world lore as such.
Let's see here. I know. From directly underneath the city of Bir Avor in Besmadan, right in the middle of their central community area, a small collapse happens because some Druagar were tunneling upwards.
Okay, Grey Dwarves. Cool.
Noise. I don't know if I spelled that right. Looks like probably not.
Druagar, however that's pronounced. Yeah, Grey Dwarf. This also hints at connections to the Underdark.
How is that spelled?
Drugar?
Yeah.
Duergar.
Duergar. I was putting an R at the very beginning.
Druagar. Yeah, so was I. That's pronouncing it DR. Duragar. Okay, got it. That makes sense.
Kind of like Dwyer.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Were-dwarves. Oh, cool. There's a few different more than a few. Just like the lizard
Yeah.
folk. Goose has the lizard folk folder, and there is a ton of different little like specific kinds of them. That's just cool for like army building and stuff.
Yeah, they can be a monstrous race, but they're not necessarily evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're escaped slaves, pretty much.
So it says that someone new arrives. That is the Duergar. Why are they in distress?
They're escaped slaves.
I like Goose's fucking what do you call it? Observation there. Yeah, they are escaped slaves looking for a new settlement.
Interesting. All right. Well, remains to be seen how that will be received by the communities. But I'm stoked that that's a thing. So now we know that there are a Duergar society is somewhere within these mountains nearby the capital, close enough to where these escapees can tunnel to you.
And who were they imprisoned by? Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Questions that need to be answered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's
So
energize mind players and shit.
I guess yeah, that was my uncreative mind. I just assumed that there was a caste system, or perhaps they're indentured servants from crimes or something.
Or
That it
drow.
was
Nope.
all
Nope.
Duergar.
Nope.
But
They
yeah.
are escaped slaves.
So
These ones anyway.
Well, I mean, humans have enslaved their own, so just in my mind, it was all Duergar. But it could be, yeah, like dark elves under there. We haven't touched on them. We've left humans out. Still a fascination of mine.
I was actually going to, if no one brought humans in by the time we did your realm, I was going to make an idea that like if you really are going to do the half league and the smaller races, that somebody comes across like the last vestiges of humanity, and they are immediately labeled as an endangered species.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, putting that in somehow.
Yeah, I was going to do that in your realm if no one else ever touches on it. But
Yeah, I think it would be fitting there too.
I want
anyway,
Humans? Yeah, no, I can see it.
I'm going to start a project.
Anyway, all right. Before that project starts, I am going to ding down the existing ones,
Uh,
of which there are, I think, only 3 right now.
Well, there's
there
the.
is
Okay, yeah.
the telescopes, the whales, the dragoon hunters,
Yep.
dragon hunters. Yeah, I'm going to start a project right here. Actually, a little further south, over by the hops field, because it's going to kind of tie in with the hops fields a bit with the help
Woohoo!
with the pollination. Arpituary farm.
You're making bee farms?
Yes.
Oh,
covered
that's
in
so
bees.
cool. Apiaries. Um, uh, I'm just looking at all of
Apiary.
the.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all of the tokens on here and being like, I don't know, maybe that one, I guess, or unless.
Uh, let's go with yeah. That one's fine.
Well,
Then
it is the
just put
same one as the hops fields.
yeah, because I mean, it's literally
A
there
farm.
to tie into to help with
Well,
pollination.
Okay.
And one of my projects is going to be to utilize the hops field into an actual farm.
I was
Well,
like, use
you
the
have an
one that's already there
apiary,
for the
so that
bees,
means
and then there's a sickle with wheat
Yeah,
further down
Right.
the alley that can be used for the hops field instead, because
yeah,
it is now an active farm.
that is perfect.
But that will give access to honey and
Um,
the food, drink, and medicinal that
yeah.
that can produce.
I'm gonna say at most, I would propose that this be a 4, and that's on the high end. Like honestly, 3 almost feels good. I don't know. What do you guys think?
3.
Well, yeah, it's just building some boxes and whatnot, and I think is the majority of the work, and then
Yeah,
learning how to properly collect it would probably just be
yeah,
pretty low too. So I'd say like 3 at most.
perfect.
Yeah, man, they got a lumber mill.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be a little bigger. Or am I just? I guess it's just how much I'm zoomed out.
Besides, you can't
All
make
right,
honey mead without honey.
I love it. Legitimate production, first alcohol in the world. Leave it to the
Yeah.
dwarves. They will not let us down. Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna hit the save button so I don't hit the back button on my mouse and lose all that. All right, next person to draw a card. Oh, I think that's me.
Legend says.
Das King. Summer is fleeting. Discard the top 2 cards of the deck. Take 2 actions this week. Well, fuck a doodle do.
Buck-a-doodle do.
Those now will be unused cards.
I said
And
on
then
the
I have to.
Outsiders and Contagion.
I think I'm going to consult the handy dandy handouts here and see if I might be able to come up with a couple things. Oh, I know I wanted to start one project.
Well, you get to start too, so congratulations.
I need to know how many weeks it'll take for the Goliaths to build a tunnel to the Frostheart ore. that will make that an abundance as far as a resource?
It depends. Are they trying to be secret and avoid the white dragon?
Yeah, the whole point is for this to be all about avoiding the white dragon.
I would say a little
Yeah.
on the high end, at least
Yeah,
4
are
or
they going to be
5.
asking the masters of
I feel like
mining?
5.
Yeah. 'Cause otherwise, 5 seems fine.
I'm hearing pretty consistently 5. I'm just going to stick that job right there. Also, that does remind me, I didn't ding down projects this week. Pardon me, my slight, if you please. Okay. And then I can't really think of anything. So what I would like to do is hold a discussion that has to do with following up on that situation with the Duergar, because I'm just curious, and that's going to be an important world building thing. So, I think I will make a statement and let you guys pick it up, and then Torafu can finish it off. It's going to have to do with the Duergar who escaped slavery. They will be invited into society, but they're going to be grilled and tested to see what they are capable of, what kind of caste that they can fit into, what kind of crafting or contribution society they make. They're kind of forced to go through very quickly the life of a child. Like, all right, you can be one of us, but you got to fit in and be one of us. So you have to go through this shit. Um, but in that integration, of course, a lot will be learned about their past, who enslaved them, more about their own people, etc. Blah blah. So take it off, Brian. What do you have to add first?
Okay. They find that they're amazingly good for manual labor because the gray dwarves can increase their size.
Oh, cool.
I forgot about
Yeah, same.
that.
Like,
And large
sure.
reduces the racial trait.
Yeah.
Yep. And they can also get into small areas because, again, the enlarge reduce. The other thing is they also find out that there's a lot of mental things they need help with because it wasn't their own race that enslaved them. And I'll leave that alone and let the rest of it go from there.
Uh, it was the Drow who enslaved them. And they weren't very happy while they were leaving.
All right, so now we know that underground, the mountains, who knows how far it stretches, but there is an existence of both dark
And
elves
Underdark.
and dark dwarves.
Yep.
All right, Torfu, how'd you like to wrap that up, sir?
A group of the Duergar exclaimed that their need to incorporate into this city, especially since they're looking at being manual laborers, is doing nothing more than exchanging one master for another. And they split off and flee to the east, cursing both the dwarves and the drow. And they settle over here near the White Dragon, and they beseech it for power.
That potentially lead to some very, very interesting things. Can you
Yeah, exactly.
please, can you please for me pick out an icon there? Let me know because it'll be like a little small Duergar encampment.
Let's do this one here.
All right. Put
We'll
that
put
up.
it right. We'll put it right here, right to the north of the dragon.
All righty. Got a nice river
This will
water source there.
potentially make some evil dragon riders.
Yes. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like the regular drawers going to be flying around their sky whales, and then some asshole dark dwelves on a white dragon. Fuck you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Anywho, super awesome.
And
Make sure
yeah,
there's
that's
on the
just a
map
small
layer.
group. For
Yeah,
now,
that's
at
why I
least,
made
with the majority.
encampment instead of like
Yeah, with the
cities there or
majority
something.
absolutely going, fuck it, yeah, we'll live with you.
Why is the Great Kiln not on the map layer? That's been done forever. Okay. Well, since my discussion was about the Duergar, cool. That will end my turn. And Brian will be up next.
Okie dokie. Looks like the queen.
She sure do.
Go, Queen.
All right. A project finishes early. Which one and why? Straight up, simple. Now, bear in mind that the telescope race is already going to finish after we resolve your card here. So we've got the apiaries at 3. We have the tunnel to the frost heart ore at 5. We've got sky whale domestication at 4.
At the
You can
development of the
choose the
Dragoon Dragon
telescope race,
Hunters
but that'll be redundant.
at 3.
Yep. Yeah, your dragoons can finish early. Beehives, sky whale domestication, tunnels. What do you like?
Hmm.
Indeed. Get to choose the project and the why.
Tunnel to Frost Heart ore.
Ooh.
We're going to go deep.
So deep.
It finishes early because they make an alliance with another group that escaped from the Underdark, and it is Deep Gnomes.
Deep Gnomes. Deep fucking deep gnomes. We got the Underdark over here. I like it.
And
Um,
they make a
I have a
settlement
follow-up
at the Frost
question.
Ore. Sure, go ahead.
Do the Goliaths tell the others about the Deep Gnome race?
Not at first. They just try to make sure they're not enemies. Eventually, yes.
Okay.
Because if they're enemies, they'll just crush them. And if they're not, then they're like, we should introduce you to these other short folk that we know.
All right.
Because they almost confused them for Durgar initially.
Right. Hey, we found those assholes that ran off to join the White Dragons. What? No. Fuck White Dragons. We're not with them.
Yeah, they're like, no, there's white dragons around here?
Whatever that is, it sounds terrible. All right, so the card will resolve there. We will now be ticking down some projects. If you could please start thinking about what the implications are of finishing that telescope race, because that happens.
Well, it's no longer a race because the other one failed.
I called it
But
race.
the telescope,
It's supposed to be two.
the early telescope built high on Lag Anzian, the dwarves are really interested in one of the several moons that surround this planet, and their interest leads to a deeper study of it, and they find that it is inhabited. That's right.
All right, so I was trying to find the right way to word that notes here. So I have telescope project finishes. Dwarves are fascinated by near moon, see evidence of habitation.
Now, who and what is up there remains to be seen or heard.
It is probably Bigfoot. Alrighty then. Well, I would like to know if we'll be starting a new project or holding a discussion or discovering something new.
We're going to discover something new, and it's going to totally piggyback on his little project ending.
Woohoo! What is discovered?
The race that occupies the moon is the Illithid. Mind flayers.
Well, maybe not shine the shiny in that direction. I do want to put that on the map so that when I go getting around into creatures, I'll remember that mind flayers are just a thing that are close by and a perpetual threat.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, if they're on the moon, they're minding their own business, or either side is minding their own business, then
Well, the mind flayers being on the moon don't just make it a threat for this region. It makes
Makes it
it
a
a
threat
threat.
for everybody.
oh, I
That's
know. That's why I'm putting it
Yeah.
on the map here. I don't want to forget that. It's a big deal.
I'm like, let's make a problem.
Alrighty. That will then bring us to Mr. Goose. Ah, Goose has drawn the final card of the season. It looks like to me it is the 10 of diamonds. You discover a cache of supplies or resources, add a new abundance, or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate that scarcity. So the new abundance is a totally new thing, or you can choose to fix a scarcity.
What do we have on our
Um,
scarcities?
Most of everything we have is
there is your
scarcity.
list.
Gold, iron, tin. Yeah, there you go.
Except for
Oh,
I've
where's the
neglected to
goats?
add the.
Yeah, you
I
forgot to go.
guess yeah. I guess I should put goats on there.
Didn't
That's
put
an
the
abundance
but
because that was
the mammoth
assisted,
is
and
abundance.
then the I do not have on there the frost heart ore, which is also an abundance now.
I don't think lumber
Um,
is a scarcity anymore.
it
They
is
got a lumber
not. I
mill.
am fixing that right now. I saw that at the same time. Uh, definitely good call there. And soon bees will also be. Well, since that's a, I think that we should call that finishing that project makes an abundance of bees. Like I don't see why it would be a scarcity
The
unless you want to
apiaries?
challenge it. Yeah,
No, I mean they're pretty self sufficient. You just got to keep their pest and their natural enemies and whatnot in check, and
yeah.
they'll pollinate and progress on their own. Specifically honeybees, not like fucking killer bees or
Oh
some shit.
yeah, yeah. I definitely gathered that.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm going to knock projects down while you're contemplating because your card does not affect that progression.
Well, while you're at it, they start a project to expand the mines.
Which ones?
Which one?
Go iron.
Yeah, I was going
Or I
to
mean, it could be.
have them tunnel directly from the city into both of those.
Um, I am wondering. Well, yeah, it does have kind of two that are right next to each other. Um, I would say roll a dice. If it is even, I'll allow for iron and tin to become abundances. There we go. Iron and tin done, as described.
Expand the mines. 4 weeks, 2 weeks on each.
Sounds good. No objection.
That's good to me.
Um,
2 on each.
I just called it four. And I've already put in its abundance, so if it fails, we'll cross that bridge. At the end of your turn, I've already ticked on the projects. There are a few active, none are completed this turn. You are welcome to start a new project, make a discovery, or start a discussion.
Make a discovery.
Da-na-na.
It is the end of summer. It's been hot. It's been dry. The lake has gone down and has revealed an old burial site of a once dwarven king.
Oh.
What is it that it reveals of the ancient Dwarvic king? I'm sorry. The
Burial
burial
site.
site? Okay.
That's one way to make sure grave robbers don't show up. I don't know, flood the area.
As they did in
That is
China.
awesome.
They flooded it
Um,
with mercury.
that, that is super cool. Can you please, for me, choose an icon that represents this burial site?
Ah. That one kind of looks like a sarcophagus as you shrink it down far enough.
Awesome. All right, and I'm just trying to squeeze it on the edge of the lake there. Do you actually, where on the lake do you see it existing?
Probably in that little hook horn.
Next to the abandoned tree city?
Yeah, this water's gone down. They can see it now.
Nice. All right, awesome. I've got that all saved in the notes there. Burial site discovered. Do, 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 do. All right, well, I am definitely wanting to have a smoke. Are you guys wanting to jump into another season? Or shall we close there?
I'm going to close there because it's close to 12.
Ah,
All right.
yes.
I'm going to. I would at least like to take my turn. We can start on Josh next, simply because I want to start something and I don't want to forget.
So, like, one draw.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Oh.
Whoever drew a card, that's not going to help you because it's not the right season. I am right now hiding and showing. We are heading into autumn.
Oh.
Shuffleware. All right, so if we are drawing another card to finish things off, it is the ace.
Um. The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one and why? Choose one. They decide to take more time on it to ensure that it is perfect. Add 3 weeks to the project die. They drop everything else to work on it. All other projects fail.
So, just a heads up, the apiaries and the development of dragoons are both slated to finish this turn. Or you can
See
destroy all
here.
that progress.
They take more time to ensure that the domestication of skywells is perfect. Add 3 weeks to it.
I really like that. Because it
There goes
means
the mine
that they will
expansion, the
be-
apiaries, and the dragoon stuff.
No, I didn't pick that one.
Oh,
No, they're okay because he added weeks.
It's an either or.
oh, I didn't notice the either or thing. Sorry.
All right, so the apiaries are done. Development of
Bees.
dragoons is done. So I am going to go up to the resources and add bees.
And the thing that I wanted to start is a project to construct Jura Dward Voldahas, the Great Dwarven Brewery. Use that symbol there. And put it we'll put it right here. Right at the edge of the mountain right there. I'd say it's a fairly expansive project, so at least 4 weeks.
I'm inclined to agree.
No argument.
I apologize. Which symbol was it you wanted for that?
That right there.
Alrighty then.
Right here. Alrighty, sir. I will see you guys whenever I see you guys.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Have a good one.
Have a good evening, guys.
All right. Hi, everybody.